Cool. Hi. So for today, what we're going to be doing is a little bit of a silly thing, but also, look, this is just dumb. I'm pretty bored before Ezra comes, so let's see if we can speed rush the content of DIKKE's boss fight. It's kind of getting towards the end. Maybe you want to just have a bit of fun as well, so I thought let's put together some teams and see how fast we can clear this, or how fast I can clear this. So, the first team strategy for this is, of course, you need a mass attacker, as many mass attackers as you can, and as much moxie as you can. So I was thinking mass ultimate characters. Let's start with a knight, which also, by the way, happens to work because all of the enemies are intelligent, Aflatus. So I thought, okay, cool. Let's go a knight. Let's throw in Leilani, because Leilani's a queen, 3-star queen, and of course underrated queen that also gives moxie from her ultimate and also does damage. So let's pair those two together. And then for this first team, I thought, okay, let's try to put in Dali Clatter. Well, you don't need a healer. If you can out DPS the enemies, then you don't need a healer, and this is case in point. That was my strategy with this first team. It worked pretty well, and I think the big thing of this is kind of having to guess a lot of how much damage you're gonna do, how many, what the numbers are gonna be, because each round the enemies get progressively stronger and stronger, so you can kind of wipe them out in one go early on. But as it gets on, round 7 waves, I think. So as it gets towards now it's at the final round, I'm kind of okay, cool. You have to kind of balance when you want to use. You'll see later as well. You have to completely. I've never really tried to speedrun stuff. Obviously, you can tell. It's not holding, especially Leilani's ultimate, for when you can actually fully utilize it, and of course, a knight being a massive star here. Not even a star, being a star spirit, being a character that just does damage. You could also, so I got a little bit frustrated with myself because I've run this so many times, it's almost embarrassing. But I was getting frustrated that I was oh fuck, only 12. So first round, first team, 12 rounds. This next team, I thought, okay, cool, let's keep in a knight because he did great. Let's keep in Leilani, and now let's try a character that that works really well with on off. First I thought Pickles, but I thought Pickles is single target only, so that's not really going to help. So then I thought, alright, let's try Regulus. Regulus, I don't have it that well built. By the way, for reference, a knight is resonant 10, Leilani is resonant 8, and my Regulus is resonant 8. So I was let's try her out. And every single time I try Regulus, I'm surprised at how much I enjoy her. She's really fun to use, and as well, her British accent just makes it so much better, doesn't it at all? But yeah, she worked really well. The one thing as well that I felt I was committing a sin right now is her using her ult at the start. You shouldn't do that, because you should use it at the end. But in this type of content, just deal the damage, don't worry about survival. You're not going to get one shot if you've invested into your characters, and this isn't hard enough for you to really be it's not limbo level content. It's just, but I do recommend get to max out the 7,000, 10,000, max it out, because you get a free 5-star side tube. That it's not great, but you get it's free materials, and this game is pretty stingy with everything else anyway. But yeah, Regulus is here, she's ready to rock, and actually this team is really fun. I'm going to be tempted to run Regulus and a knight now with an actual healer. But again, this one was, I believe, 12 rounds as well. So we're getting to 12. This next one I went double spirit. Leilani again, she's almost irreplaceable until later. And I thought, okay, cool. Another on-off character is Click, who I have a guide on. I also have a guide on a knight. I don't really promote myself. I don't make anything from this channel. I just do it for fun. But I have a guide on a knight. I have a guide on Click, not for Leilani. That is not my forte. but I do love her. But yeah, Click is one round on when he has his land cap status, he'll do more damage, and then 1 round off. So that kind of allows a knight with his cycling, because he can his level 2 mass attack incantation gives him more moxie, and then his single target incantation, if he defeats an enemy, will also give him more moxie, and then his ult will then buff the entire team. So you do want to try to time, if you have a knight, please use him for this. I feel like this level was built for him, ironically not built for DIKKE, but built for a knight. But yeah, Click did really well, and I think you could see early on in this, I kind of timed his ult wrong a couple of times. I think I tried this team like 3 or 4 times, and this is the fastest run I could get. And sometimes Click kind of surprised me with just how much damage he can do, especially if you time things well. So, I mean, look, if you need a good quasi a good damage dealer that also adds some survival, go with Click. Especially if you don't have a spirit DPS, and if you don't have a knight, Click will be great in this. He will be great, because I'm sure 5-star you've hopefully gotten him by now. And then now, yeah, we're at wave 7, round 11, and I was like, oh, we're kind of like getting towards the end, because I really wanted to see if I can get under 12 rounds, because that was the fastest that I've been. First team 12 rounds, second team 12 rounds, and now this third team we're sitting at 12 rounds again. So I really want to hear, what teams have you done? Have you been crazy enough to actually try this? And if so, what did you use and how fast? I am going to be opening up a Discord. There will be a link in the description. Surprise, it's early. Someone's very sassy outside. But yeah, so next team we're at Centurion. Cross promotion, just made a guide. But I got Centurion, and I thought, look, let's try the alt rush characters. So Centurion, Shimane, and a knight. This was really fun, and honestly, Centurion and a knight could have just steamrolled this entire thing themselves. Shimane, you don't even need him really to do his debuffing until the very end of the round, but even then, because the enemies can be one-shot basically by strong enough mass attacks, that it's kind of just wasting any type of debuffing, like defense reduction and stuff, unless you really need it for normal content. You don't really need it in speedrun stuff like this, because just wipe them out any way you can do it, only just towards the very end. So I kind of learned that with this. Again, never really done speedrun content before, but this was quite fun and quite ridiculous. But yeah, Centurion's great. I'm sorry if you pulled on that banner. You better have fucking not pulled on that banner. But if you did, I hope you got Tooth Fairy. And if you didn't, I hope you got Centurion. I have luckily not seen anyone say, oh, I pulled on the Tooth Fairy and I didn't get Centurion or Tooth Fairy. I haven't seen that. And I hope I never see that, because that's really fucking sad. Because don't pull on banners that have no pity carryover. Don't. Not unless you spend money. But anyway, we're up to round 11. And no, round 12. So I have not been able to do faster than 12 rounds in this. And I just would love to hear, what teams do you run? I hope this was also fun and silly for you guys. And yeah, I mean, get ready for Ezra and Discord. Say hello. See you there. Bye. Why did I do that?